Okay, so some of you, I think some of you, I need an intro. Okay, so some of you are probably wondering, Mr. KeybOred, how do you make music, or, I don't know, how did you make caps lock specifically? I just woke up. But if you're not, too bad, I'll show you anyway. So I'm going to be showing you how I wrote caps lock, or just the basics of, like, the intro and, you know, the basics. I think I already said basics. So I'm just going to open the main synth I use, which is Harmless, which is basically, it looks like this, and Harmless is basically a light version of Harmor. Much more complicated here, but I'm not using Harmor because I don't have the full version and it won't let me save with Harmor. So I'm just going to use Harmless. It just starts out with the default saw wave. I already got a bunch of presets. I'm just going to go with a caps lock lead, like the original caps lock lead. Alright, so I got the BPM and everything all set. 130 is the default BPM, which I use for caps lock. So, basically what I did, it might sound stupid, but it actually ended up with good results. I just, so I wrote in F, which is this key. And, so I start with F as usual. And so it went like this. I put down a bunch of keys that went well with F, and I just put them all over the place, and so... So I just put down a bunch of random notes there that would probably sound somewhat good if it was played really quickly or something. Let's see how it sounds. That's good enough. I mean, that's just kind of how I wrote it, but I did it a little more carefully and make it actually sound good, but... So I just put down the pattern here. And, you know, to play it over and over again, I just put it like this. And also, sorry if I'm kind of vague. I really suck at tutorials and commentary, so it'll be kind of boring. So I put down more, and just to make it quicker, oh, that tastes like yogurt. So I just put down more 4 sequences. I don't know what it's called. But basically, when something like is like 4 and yeah, see, I told you I suck at commentary. Okay, so we got 3 of the 4-step sequences. I don't know what they're called. And it goes on for a while. And so how I manipulated the sound to sound like different is here's the pluck filter, which it makes it sound like this. There's a frequency right here. And to make it sound more kind of powerful and good, here's the harmonizer mix, which makes it sound kind of like an organ, like this. So I put it in the middle to make it sound good. So to make it kind of build up, we do an automation clip, which create automation clip. It's actually really easy. I said cremate. Create automation clip. Doesn't sound any different. It doesn't sound any different. That's because we haven't moved it around yet, like the automation clips. So we create a point right here where we want it to stop building up and to be like totally built up. And to make the filter go all the way down, it just you drag it all the way down. What automation clips do is they basically control the knobs here. You see, like if I put it all the way up, and since the automation clip is down, and I grab gradually goes up, so does the knob here, and it controls the effect. I just tweak it around a little bit, and oh yeah, to tweak it around like I did here, there's this little thing in the middle. If you just move your mouse, it does stuff. I don't know how to explain it. So then it sounds like this. So we got the build up almost complete. Now one thing I forgot was a harmonizer mix. Now what I do here is I make it just automatically like it just instantly changes to it like this. So you don't hear any like gradual changes. You get the point. And to make it kind of like more satisfying, like you know, like the build-up actually leads up to something, there's an entire sound library of drums here. So I go to kicks, and this is obviously where I do all the kicks and stuff. I think this is good. It's not completely satisfying yet, so what I want is a crash. This is good. Let's see what it sounds like now. That's good enough. I gotta do some mixing, make it more, you know, mixed in, kind of more quiet, because I don't want it to stand out too much. That's good. Okay, so we got the basics right here. But it's not completely done yet, because I forgot the friggin' bass. So we gotta make the bass stand out a little bit. You know, this sounds kind of quiet. So I gotta mess with the frequency a little bit. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, what I did is I start another pattern. So what patterns do is it just it puts down what's basically in this pattern here, which just plays over and over again because it's a loop. So patterns are basically just loops. So I make another pattern by simply just moving my mouse, by holding down my mouse button on this little thing, and it creates a new pattern, which if I play it, there's nothing there, because there's nothing there. Okay, so we basically make it kind of come to life by putting some bass. Here's one little, it's kind of hard but not really, but you have to make it unpredictable, kind of, it's hard to explain. So when it goes down like this, you expect the last note to be like this. So you expect it to sound like this. But we don't want it to be like that. That's too generic. So, you know, we want it to still sound good, but be less generic and predictable, like this. So that's good. We'll just put the pattern down here. Let's see how it sounds now. And for this part, we need to add drums. Hold on, let me just look for something. This is good. So let's just drag it to the kick. So we'll replace the default kick effect with it. And let's create another pattern for the drums. Then in the piano roll, well, that's way too long. That's good. So we got the basic drum pattern. So let's see how it sounds now. And one thing I love about caps lock is that it keeps the same melody like this. and it changes over time while still keeping like the melody, which I don't know if I'm using the word melody right. Correct me if I'm not. So to add on to it even more, we need kind of what I call background leads, which is basically something that plays in the background, which you could also kind of you could obviously hear it. So let's see what's good for the background lead. No. 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 You know what? Screw it. This is an example of a background lead that was actually in caps lock. That reverb was a little too intense. That's good. Hold on. We don't need... Let me just place down the pattern here. Alright, so we'll be able to listen to it as it's actually in the thing, not just by itself. You can actually listen to it when it's in the thing. Let's see... I'm just gonna see how it sounds with the same note. Like this. That sounds perfect, that sounds perfect. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make it go like... kind of... it's really awkward when I demonstrate sounds with my voice. I'm gonna make it go like this. That's perfect. And now we're all done. Let's see the final result. Now, it's not perfect, but whatever. It's kind of a tutorial on showing the basics of how I wrote something. There is a lot more to caps lock. I just showed how I made the intro, obviously. I don't know what else to say, so bye.